Alright guys, what's happening today? Hope everybody's doing good out there. We got the okay to pull this apart and go through this. So I pulled the flanges off of here, and I got to dig some dirt out of those screws and get the rear end out of there and stuff. Probably set the camera up for that and clean it up a little bit. That's the old motor. And this morning I've been going through my toolbox. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. No! When I was doing some paint work, here, doing a lot better today. So I was working at the car lot, doing some paint work down there, a couple bumpers here and there. My son took my camera stand. I wanted to get some of my tools warranted. When I was a technician, I bought, Snap-on, Matco, and Mac is primarily what you buy because they come every week. And I was really always happy with the quality of tools and the way they feel in your hand, and all the reasons that you convince yourself that an expensive tool is worth it. And I always liked the fact that if it broke, I could get it warranted. That was probably the biggest attraction. However, this might be a little problem that you run into, just like I did when you retire from the professional automotive field. They don't want to warranty your tools anymore. So I have a bunch of broken stuff in here, Snap-on stuff that they refused to warranty at the car lot because I wasn't employed there, and I didn't have an account on the truck. So Andrea has since got a job over at a transmission place, and they have quite a few technicians there, and I'm gonna get my stuff warranted. So it's a happy day. So I know I have more than one. I know my son was having a heyday out here breaking my Snap-on stuff, and I just have to find it all now. Here's one socket. Here's a screwdriver. I got a couple more screwdrivers I got to find. I actually threw some of the stuff out because the guy made me so mad and just stopped buying Snap-on tools. Here's another ratchet, 40, 50, I don't know, what are these, $100 now? Thing fell out of and they couldn't take care of that for me. So it'll be exciting to get all this stuff replaced, finally. So that's one good thing about the chain of events that have occurred. So I have more broken Snap-on stuff. I'm not going to stand here and dwell on this. I'll find it though. They used to replace sockets when the chrome and stuff would just start coming off of them. Well, when you're buying, and you got an EC account and you're spending all your money every week, they will bust the socket set open to make you happy. So I got this ratchet. This is a Snap-on torque wrench. It's bad, but I don't think they warranty those. They have a different policy on that. But I'll have to go through here. I'm not going to stand here with a camera. But I am going to gather up all this broken stuff and get some new tools. I thought that'd be pretty cool. So that's what's going on here today. Going to work on this. I found that Briggs motor over there. I told you guys we were going to look at that. This is a tool that I bought when I was racing the go-karts. Oddly enough, you can use this for suspension setup, for setting spindle angle, and it'll measure the sweep of the spindle, the geometry through the radius of the turn, so you can eliminate bump steer and stuff. And the other thing that this really works good is for measuring the deck on a Briggs & Stratton block. When they machine Briggs, I didn't know this, I got into go-kart racing. I bought a go-kart and the number was 86X. And it belonged to a friend of mine, and he raced it, kept losing with it. Andrea raced a little charity event and some yard carts, basically, and a Titusville charity event they had when she worked at a Chevrolet dealership. And they had a little setup there of race carts, and she got the bug. And then, of course, one of my friends that own a go-kart track here, and he works there. He's worked there for like 30 years at one of the local slick tracks. He had a two-stroke go-kart, and he invited us to come out to the dirt track, and he let her, I think we decided against letting her drive the 2-stroke, and she got into open Briggs. It was when they raced flatheads. It's been a while. And the next week I was going to the bank and getting a loan, and I bought the 86X cart and took it to the races, and we were dead last everywhere we went. We'd haul that thing around, and had 2 problems. She wasn't strong enough to hold on to the cart in the corners, and the other problem was it didn't handle in the corners. I didn't know anything about scaling a cart or any of that stuff. And the motor was really lacking. So, you know, I did what you do when you want to win. I looked at the carts that were winning and what motors they were using, and I bought one. And this is actually the first motor that I purchased for Andrea when we were, you know, racing, I guess professionally, go-kart racing. We bought an enclosed truck. We had 4 carts. Probably about 7 or 8, 9, 10 of these motors at all times, you know, different various conditions and stages of performance. But this motor here is a Caps racing engine. It's all dusty. I'll show you the markings and stuff when we take it apart and look inside of it. But this is a Caps. Caps is he builds badass 5-horse Briggs and stuff, you know. And he was the one that was winning all the races. Well, all his motors were. So I called him up, and I gave him $1,500 in 1990 dollars for that motor. And we went from last to first place. And she won, she won 9 weeks in a row, I think. And ended up coming in second in the points championship because we missed one weekend painting the cart, and that was my fault. But that motor since got turned into a stock appearing motor. It's got a super long rod in it, a T-ring piston, and some other trick stuff, real trick cam. We'll take that thing apart and I'll show it to you. But what I was getting at is when I bought the Caps motor, I got this little tool here, and you have to, of course, you know, level the block on like a mill table, and then you put this on all the surfaces. All the surfaces are milled to a certain angle. Where the carburetor bolts up, the cylinder head bolts on, none of it's flat. So it's all angle milled, a lot like you would angle mill small block Chevrolet head to get, you know, compression. If you were going to run a flat top class and you wanted 13-to-1 compression, you know, you mill the head in a wedge shape. Well, they do the same thing with the flathead Briggs. They would machine them in a different, they're not parallel on the deck. They're at a, you know, at an angle. And knowing all those angles is huge on the way the intake flows and the exhaust flows, and the way the squish area works with the piston and the head. It's all real critical on these. So I'll show you how this tool works when we get into taking that motor apart. I found it this morning, and still works. I put a new battery in it, and I'll show you how that works. It's pretty cool. So that's what's going on here. Let me go through my toolbox, find some more broken tools, and finish cleaning up, and then we'll make some sort of videos today. I don't know. It's a really nice day here. This ship went and picked some parts up for his bus today. I'm still waiting for my gearbox housing and some other hard parts, but I'm gonna go ahead and tear this apart this afternoon and start the cleaning process. So let me shut this off, and we'll talk to you guys in a little bit.